Hey there guys, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to a new friend I met this weekend, Abigail. It was awesome meeting you and I appreciate you sharing my YouTube videos with everyone. Also, hope you enjoyed those penny items your mom found at Dollar General. Okay, for those of you guys that are new to the channel, my name is Big Mike and this channel is about reselling online. I do a lot of retail arbitrage, I do a lot of yard sales, Goodwill, various places, and I've branched out. I not only do eBay, I also do a lot of Amazon now, and I've also started doing a little bit of Facebook Marketplace. So I've got listings across all those platforms, and I try to show you guys my good and bad of what my sales opportunities are and how those work out for me. Okay guys, also before we get started, I wanted to show you guys I've decided to go from my camera on my cell phone to taking pictures with this Canon DSLR. See if I can use this. This is one me and my wife got for each other for Christmas a couple years ago. We don't use it nearly as much anymore. So what I did is I actually got this guy out and I bought a little SD card reader off of Amazon. So I'm going to use this little gadget. I'm going to start trying to take pictures with the camera, transferring them over to my computer because seems like it's going to be a little bit smoother than trying to do everything with my phone. I've got a lot of other things I'm doing with my phone while I'm listing. So hopefully the picture quality is really good with this. I do have I bought a little miniature tripod to connect this up and try to get some good pictures in my new setup back here. So anyway, wanted to kind of show you guys, I'm going to try this out, see how my picture quality looks, and if that changes, I'll go back to the cell phone. So the first thing that's on the list, the first thing that sold this weekend is actually a Levi Strauss 46R jacket. I actually picked this, it's a sports coat, picked this up at a yard sale for $5. I took it in, got it dry cleaned. I think it cost me about $10 to get it dry cleaned. But total, I ended up selling this guy for $30, a profit out the door. Was pretty good deal. So I make about $15 on that after all the fees and everything. So not a bad deal. I thought I would get a little bit more because it's kind of a vintage look and it's really a nice jacket. But $30, I took that on the Facebook Marketplace and shipped it out to the buyer. The next item was actually this set of 2 sticks of RAM. These were $24.99. They sold on eBay. I've had them out there for probably about 6 months. I had a bunch of crypto mining setups, and these memory sticks were just pulled from a bunch of those setups. So I've got 2 4 gigabyte sticks of RAM. I did test them, and I was able to sell those for $24.99. I don't do the computers anymore, so it was pretty much almost a zero cost, but because I've had them for a couple of years. This next item is a Francis J. Pierce G.I. Joe. And this is actually a very collectible item. It's a commemorative version for Medal of Honor winner, and I got $39.99 for this guy. This goes all the way back a little over a year ago to the Mother's Day pickup. I got this guy for $2 at a large Mother's Day haul. If you guys go back, I think my very first video for eBay reselling on this channel is about me doing some of the pickups for that haul I got. All right, this next guy is a Capital Air DC6B airplane. Now, this is an interesting deal. I sold this guy for $12, and I thought I was going to have some trouble. Right after the guy received the item, he sent me this picture. And this picture, he was saying I sent the wrong item and it was broken. Or actually, he said I'd sent a broken item. And he said the stand was broken and something else, pieces were missing or something. But as you guys can see, I actually put a couple of put the red arrow. As you see, it says VC or VTCQP, and then right where I've got the X, it says India International. So I'm going to jump back and let you guys see the picture again. The Capital Air DC6B. This says Capital across the top. This is an all plastic model. I actually pulled up pictures of this actual model of the inside of the box, and it's actually connected to wiring and everything. It's like your traditional wire model. But I think this guy was trying to pull a fast one on me, and he actually said it had the stand was broken. The one I sent doesn't even come with a stand. So I reversed the case back. I posted a note to eBay saying this is not the item. It's a square box. My box is rectangular. The item is metal. My item's not metal, it's all plastic. Completely wrong model compared to my model. And fortunately, the buyer decided, after a couple days, decided to just close the return, or eBay did. But I was very surprised about that. But I have had this. This is the second time I've had this. I had a buyer that went to my auctions. I sold an item, and they took a picture off of that item and saved it, and then bought another item, bought a G.I. Joe, and I shipped those two items out. They sent me a picture of the wrong item and said I sent them, it was a Tupperware bowl. Said you sent me an empty box. And so I panicked. I thought, oh crap, I sent those back both out at the same day. So maybe I just crossed my shipping. So I immediately went out and refunded the buyer, and then reached out to the Tupperware bowl buyer and sent them a message saying, hey, looks like I may have sent you the wrong item. I apologize. Please let me know once you get this message. They replied back and said, no, I got the Tupperware bowl. I got the exact item I purchased, and sent me a picture of it. So I was really bummed because I didn't catch it. And so be aware, there are some scammers out there. They will send you pictures of other items you have sold or other items you have listed and say you sent me the wrong item. Or they could potentially empty the box and send you a picture back of an empty box. So just be careful. There are scammers out there that are doing that. I'm not 100% certain this was a scam, but it kind of felt that way. It was really an odd scenario, but it worked out for me. The next item we sold is actually one of these. I had about 5 or 6 of these Deck XL BCW card Magic the Gathering card cases. I got this, sold this for $7.50. I think I had them originally listed for $9.99. I've sold all 6 of those, but this was the very last one. So profit on this is probably only about $4, but it was a multi-listing, so it worked out pretty well. Most of them sold for $9.99. This was the last one, so I wanted to get it out quickly. The next item is a F14D Super Tomcat. It's very similar to the model we saw a few models back. It's just a plastic model, a Revel model. But this is one that's kind of, I think it was a 1990s version. It may have been early 2000s. But this guy actually got a premium. I got $23.99 on this, plus they paid shipping on top of that. So it's a great sale. I had $2 into this from the Mother's Day haul. All right, so this next item, this is actually a bunch of Grams. I think it's called Griggams. Sorry, Griggams paper doll houses and paper dolls. These were from the 60s and 70s, I believe. And I was very surprised. I got these at I went and did a big bulk buy from a local Facebook post. And these were in there. They had them for $5. And I think they ended up giving them to me for free because I bought other stuff. So I sold these for $24.99. Most of them were almost new, except for a few little pieces there you see that were pulled out. But anyway, these are highly collectible. So be on the lookout for paper doll type stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s, because they actually can bring a pretty good premium. These sold for $24.99. Okay, I actually was lucky. I think this is the last piece of memory that I needed to sell. This was from a laptop, and it was a Crucial 2 GB stick of memory. I only got $6 for it, but it was sitting in a drawer, and I wasn't going to use it anymore, so I decided to go ahead and list it, and sure enough, it sold, and I've already gotten positive feedback on this one, so great sale, quick flip, and had nothing into it, essentially. All right, so this next one, I was actually pretty excited about this one. I had these 4 kind of horror series reaction figures all listed separately, and I believe I had them anywhere from $22 to $29.99 a piece. And I had a buyer reach out and say, hey, I want these 2. He wanted the 2 on the left there, which is the Halloween and the Friday the 13th, and said, you know, how much would you sell them for? So I sent him offers for $25 a piece. He bought both of them, and when I sent him a message, I said, hey, I have several more of these. I had the Crow, I had Trick or Treat, I actually had a couple other ones. I can't remember the other ones. Freddy. And he didn't want the Freddy one, but he wanted these other 2. So I put another listing out for $50 and combined those, the Trick or Treat and the Crow, and sold those to him as well. So I got $100 out of those 4 items, shipped them in a single box. He paid shipping on top. I have a total of $8 into these 4 items, and they sold for $100. So really huge flip. I love bundling things like that. So whenever somebody reaches out and says, hey, can you combine a couple things? I'm like, absolutely. I'll even take 2 auctions and combine them into one and combine the shipping and everything if they don't feel comfortable buying them separately and allowing me to refund some of the shipping. This next item is a set of Vans checkered rainbow shoes. I actually sold these on Facebook Marketplace. The blue coloring there is the designation there. I sold these for $25 on Facebook Marketplace, and on top of that, the buyer, they were actually sold for $27, and the buyer paid $12 shipping as well. Facebook shipping is a little weird. It's like very big buckets. It's up to a pound, 1 to 2 pounds, 2 to 5 pounds. And these were just big enough to cost $12. So they paid $37, $39 out the door. Total profit on them for me was $25. And I believe I actually paid $5 for them when I actually bought them. So total profit's 20 bucks. All right, so this next item is an actual stein that I picked up at Disney World. This is actually a limited edition King Heritage ceramic stein with a pewter lid on it. I bought them at Disney World. I bought several of these. I definitely did not get what I paid for them. I'm pretty sure I paid 70 to 100 bucks for this. I was able to sell it on Facebook Marketplace for $23 plus shipping. They paid shipping on top of that. So total profit on that is, I'm in the negative, but I've had this stein for about 5 to 7 years at least. I had several in a collection set that I was displaying. Still had the tags on it and everything. So it was a win. So I was not upset because I don't collect these anymore. They're just collecting dust at this point. So $23 on Facebook Marketplace. The next item is another one of those. I think you guys may have seen this several videos back. I sold, this is the last one. It's an Elite Force Army Ranger set. It's got the little dog on this in the set on the far end. I picked these up at Tuesday morning. I believe I paid $9.99 for these plus tax. So the buyer paid $31.99 plus shipping on top. So you figure I may have like $18 to $20 profit on that. So I was happy to sell this. This was kind of a test run to Tuesday morning. And I picked up several items, and I believe I've sold most of those items. So it was a good flip, and it was a good test. So I'll probably check out Tuesday mornings again. All right, so the next item is another interesting item. This one I sold it for $11. It's the Walking Dead Governor's Room, and the buyer sent, as soon as they received it, the day they received it, they sent a message, a return request, saying, change my mind. So I said, okay, I approved the option for them to return it. And what was interesting, though, is I got to looking at it. They paid $8 on top of the $11 to ship it. So they got the item. They decided they want to return it. Well, it's actually been 15 days. Not 15 days. It's been several days. And I don't think they're going to return it because the actual shipping cost on it's probably going to cost them $8. So, and when you refund them, you don't refund the original shipping. You just refund the price of the item. So if if they send it back to me, they're going to end up paying $16, a little over $16 for an item that cost $11. So my guess is they're probably never going to send this back. eBay will let the case sit and it'll close at some point. But either way, I'm fine either way. I'm just glad they didn't get it and claim it wasn't the item they purchased, because I think sometimes people do that to get out of an item they bought. The next item is a Fantastic Four Barbie. I believe I had 2 of these and I've sold both of them now. This is the Invisible Woman, and this one sold for $16.99 plus shipping on top of that. And I got $2 into this from the Mother's Day haul last year, so about $10, $12 profit on that. Okay, this one's actually a pretty cool item. I found this in the bottom of a box during that Mother's Day haul. It was in the very bottom. It's called the Hollow Jam Upper Deck Lithogram set, and I believe this is 1994. And this, I guess the reason why a lot of people want this is it supposedly has a Shaquille O'Neal in it. And there's also Alonzo Mourning, Charles Barkley, and a few other guys. But I think the O'Neal card is like if you can get the card out of there and have it graded, it can be worth a lot of money. Most of these have been selling between $60 and $100. I kind of listed mine in the middle at $75. They paid $75 plus shipping on top, and it was a huge sale. So $2 into it, $68 profit on that. So I absolutely love that. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys kind of a list These are all the Amazon books I have sold. What I decided to do, instead of showing you every single book, I'm just going to kind of go through all the books. This is showing you guys I've now sold a lot of books. I'm getting into it really well. There is some trouble. The reason why I'm showing you this too is to show you the fee. So if you look, I've got my inventory number there. It's the book 500,061, and then I've got the date, so forth. But then it's got the name of the book, and then you see the Amazon fee. It's $3.20 on that top one. Redemption. It's a hardback book. It was brand new. Sold it for $3. Actually, sold it for $5.39 plus $3.99 shipping, and the fees I had to pay was $3.21. So I end up making about $1 on the shipping on every one of them, because Amazon's pretty cool. They let you do metered bulk media mail. So it's like a reduced rate for media. It's even reduced by probably about 10 to 25%. But anyway, I made $1 on shipping, but I had to pay $3.21. So total profit on this was like $3, which is not a huge profit, but it's pretty quick and easy. And I'll actually show you guys at the end. I'll show you some of the books I've sold and just show you how I wrap those up, and maybe some of the other items, the shipping items. But anyway, I sold the indwelling for $5.35, paid $3.20 in fees. I made $3 profit on that. The Tribulation Force I sold for $5.99 plus shipping, paid $3.30 on that, so about $3.50 in profit. Then the next one is it's actually a educational book, Our Universe, God's Design. Sold that for $2.90, and the reason why I listed it at $2.90 is if you don't match the lowest price, you're not going to sell yours immediately if it's a higher ranked book. So these books were not, some of them were ranked pretty well, but that one was not ranked very high. It's an education book, so I had to beat the lowest price to get the sale. So ended up, I made about $1.15, $1.25 on that one. I think I ended up spending 25 cents on these books, so on that book. So I made $1, but my goal right now is to build up my Amazon presence and get some good feedback, and then I'll weed out the cheap books and try to focus on books that I can make at least maybe $4 or $5 on each one, and keep those as part of my listing. The next one I sold for $11. This was a high school math from 2011. It's an algebra book. Sold for $11, $4.05 fee. So I made about a $5 profit on that. The next book is called Blue Moon, Jack Reacher novel. It's one of the Jack Reacher series. It sold for $5.95. So I made about almost $2 in profit on that one. Actually, I guess almost $4 in profit, sorry. Then the next one here is another one I had to actually reduce the price so low it was actually below the fee, but I still made $1.50 on shipping. So this one's called The New Girl, and it was a novel, hardback novel. So again, made $1.50 on that one. So as you guys can see, I'm not making a tremendous amount of money on some of my Amazon sales, but over the coming weeks, you'll see those prices go up higher, because I was just trying to get several of these sales out, test the platform out, test out my packaging process. All these just went into bubble millers that I had that were previously received from Amazon. So I just reused all that material. So there was no other cost. It was just 2 minutes into each one to package it up and stick the label on it. Okay, so that is all the sales for the weekend. I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to flip over. I'm going to let you see a little, if you want to hang around and watch just a little bit of my packing process. I'll show you some books and some other things that sold the previous week. Let you guys see how I do some of my packing. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching the videos. Leave me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see in the next video. bye.